Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Maya with Simply Bloom. Today we are working in my flower bed in front of my maple clump. So a little backstory on this clump here. Ignore my, I had my son out with me. He's 13 months and he was playing on that blanket. He's taking a nap right now. But the blanket's still there. What happened with this clump? This right here, my husband planted an autumn blaze maple. You can see the original tree trunk right here. When we were gone, we moved to Montana for 5 years. We were renting out our home here to a renter while we were gone for 5 years. When we were gone, we moved back. This tree died, but when we came back, it was sending out all these suckers from the base, and you couldn't even see the original trunk. We decided to leave it. It was looking so beautiful, and then last summer we lost half the clump, because this whole clump over here just fell down. These two suckers are at an angle. We need to come through and cut it down. I don't touch a chainsaw. I've heard too many horror stories. So I asked my husband, hopefully on his days off, he can cut those down with the chainsaw. But anyways, trying to decide what to do. We'll probably just leave the rest of the suckers. I want to cut out that old trunk because it looks bad. And I just pray that we won't lose any more. But if we do, then we lose them, unfortunately. This side of the bed is looking beautiful. I'm going to have to watch the hostas because now after half the clump fell down, it gets a lot of sun. So I might have to move there's a couple hostas there. But anyways, for the most part, this side of the bed looks absolutely glorious. We have a creeping phlox with a dandelion in the middle of it. I'll have to somehow dig that out. We have a wild berry heuchera, and we have a Jacob's ladder, lamium. This Jacob's ladder, I planted one and it self-seeded there. We have a columbine as well with the Jacob's ladder. Two dark side of the moon. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. I think this columbine self-seeded too, because I didn't plant it right on top of each other, or the dark side of the moon is still be self-seeded. Anyways, we have some self-seeded things going on, but this is a dark side of the moon of still be pretty much growing up through this columbine. I think this is like a Curly's Fries hosta, if I remember correctly. Another dark side of the moon, a stilby. Oh shoot, I was just stepping on this. Come back. This is a type of hardy geranium. Cranesbill, violet something, cranesbill, I'm not sure. You can see we do have one bloom. Hopefully it will come through. This I think is a wild rose. Oh no, never mind, it's another wild berry. I thought I went every other wild berry, wild rose, but apparently I didn't. It looks like wild berry, and that looks the same too. Possibly another wild berry. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those cranesbill. This side, I don't really have any complaints. We have some weeding, need to do some edging, we're gonna mulch. Over here, I have lots of complaints. I had 6 Queen of Hearts Brunnera that died over the winter. It did not come back. All 6 of them died. They came out of the winter pretty well, not last winter, but the winter before that. For the most part, I only lost 3 of my 12 Brunnera that I had throughout the property. This year, all 12 died, and I was so upset. The heuchera on this side, one is getting choked out by the grass, but it is not coming back very strong on this side. This side does get more shade. I have a couple lungworts there. I have 2 woodland phlox surrounded by weeds. This is also where all the bird seed drops, so weeds are just a little bit crazy there. So we're gonna weed. We have a really pretty bleeding hearts right here. Really pretty, with some hellebores that I planted. And then the rock garden, which the rock garden will be another day. It needs some maintenance, but that will be its own video of itself. So what we're gonna do is weed. We're gonna mulch. I have black mulch we're gonna lay down, and I am going to be planting some annuals here. We have 3 of the Color Blaze Ridiculous Coleus. This gets 24 to 48 inches tall, 18 to 24 inch spacing. Now, being that this is mostly in the shade, I do not think it will get to the 40 inches tall. It'll probably be closer to the 24 inches tall, but that's okay. We have a Legalaria there. There was supposed to be another one here. That's not coming back. And then we have, this is a 6-pack of the, it just says fibrous begonias, but I think that's a really pretty pink up against that coleus. So I have 12 of those. I have 2 6-packs. There's another one. I'm just going to kind of sprinkle them throughout here. And then I'm hoping to continue. I have a burdock I need to dig out. Going to do the no dig, no till method. I'm going to lay down cardboard here in front of the rock garden. And then I have these here that I want to kind of plant. We have some lobelia, compact blue eyes lobelia from Proven Winners, with some Gerber daisies that I want to just plant in front of the rock garden. As I plant, I am going to try to avoid the spots where the Brunnera was and the other Legalaria that died, because even though I'm pretty sure they're dead, I have had some plants break dormancy like at the end of June, where I just kept watering it. I just kept praying and they actually came back. So even though I think these are goners and dead, I am going to somewhat just kind of plant around them, because maybe, just maybe, they are just heavy sleepers and they will still break dormancy. I think the latest plant that ever broke dormancy was a daylily, and it broke dormancy in July. I thought it was a goner, but my husband just said, keep watering it, keep watering it. I did, and finally, one day, it decided to wake up. So I'm hoping that's what's gonna happen here, but we're just gonna get started with weeding, planting, and mulching. So let's go. Okay, you guys, I am done. It was another like 3-day project with the kiddos, but that's okay. My mom came out this morning and just played with the kids, and that was wonderful. So let me show you. I got everything mulched. So what I did is I kind of removed the sod to the best of my ability here. I think it's called like quack grass. It's different than normal grass, and it like bunches, and that normally goes right through the cardboard. So I removed the sod, like I said, for the most part. And then I did lay down some cardboard just in case there were any roots that I missed, and mulched over top. I see hummingbirds. Oh, flew away. Mulched over top of that, and then I just kind of refreshed mulch. I have a couple of dandelions peeking through, but I'm worried in order to like actually dig it out, I need to dig a shovel in there to remove it, and I didn't want to ruin the blooms of the creeping phlox and also the lamium. So I'm just gonna let the once the creeping phlox is done blooming, I'll go in and kind of like dig out this dandelion, but I knew I would butcher the creeping phlox, so that's why I left it. But gosh, this is a problem when I do like a 3-day project. I can't remember what I talked about beforehand, but we got some beautiful plants coming. I'm pretty sure I talked about the plants. The lamium, which is gorgeous. Dang, I love that. I'm thinking about transplanting that hardy geranium there, because I think the lamium will kind of take it over. And we got some blank spots over here that I could easily move it to. I planted the lobelia, the Gerber daisies. I did transplant a hosta from over there. I moved it to right here. I found a tag for that bleeding heart. It's a Valentine bleeding heart. Oh man, so pretty with those droplets, water droplets. And then we have a blue moon woodland phlox. I had a third one, I thought, right there. Didn't come back either, but very pretty. But that is it for this bed. Feels good to have one more thing checked off. Oh, I didn't even talk about the begonias. So planted all 12 begonias just kind of right here in a drift with the ridiculous coleus. My dog already walked through here and kind of like snapped a couple of the begonias off, but I'm hoping they will fill in fairly soon. I'm hoping they'll put some growth on here soon. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.